Let's take a look at the brush roll in the 2008 PowerForce 12 amper. So you see that it's mostly a helix style, except for right here. It goes chevron, and it does that, a very critical part of the brush roll. Right here, you have the main airflow intake. So I'm kind of wondering if that maybe helps with, like, say, baking soda pickup, but it really hurts sand pickup. The brush roll doesn't look damaged to me in any way. I don't know, I cannot tell if the bristles are shorter than what they should be. Maybe you know. But they're all there, and they're about medium stiff. And they're also maybe slightly on the short side. I mean, I've seen them longer, I've seen them shorter, but this doesn't seem to be anything that's out of the ordinary. But this is from 2008, so I'm sure this is nowhere near new condition. But that's my best explanation I have for the really poor sand performance, is because they changed from a helix style to a chevron style right at a critical juncture. I just kind of wonder about that. Overall, I would say, though, that this particular machine, if you don't have sandy, gritty stuff, probably works just fine. If you have all the typical types of dirt out there, but you don't have small, fine rocks, otherwise known as sand, you can probably use this machine and get by just fine. I'm in this situation. I could use this machine and I would not be able to tell the difference between this machine and that machine in my particular home. So this would apply actually to me. All right, let's move over to the 2017 PowerForce. So now let's take a look at the brush roll in the 2017 PowerForce 8 amp. So this guy is helix all the way. You've got your main airflow intake in the same relative spot as the 2008s, right here. But you notice the bristles do not break rank, so to speak. They stay helix. They do not go to chevron. And this is a very, very similar design to the 2008. But if you notice, the bristles here on this nearly new brush roll are a little bit longer. They're certainly a little bit thicker, a little bit fatter. And I would still say, comparing, yeah, that's medium stiff. They're not soft, but they're not super harsh either. And the brush roll seems to be about the same general thickness or so. And you have quite a large difference in CFM. This one's 52, and that is a good 16 CFM short of the 2008 over there, running at 68. But this one still manages to pull almost, but not quite, the same amount of baking soda. But the sand, which is mostly dependent on brush roll type, not really airflow and suction, the sand pickup is 400% better than in the 2008. So that's really tremendous. And considering that the price is about $50 compared to that machine, I would imagine, I'm unable to find an MSRP on the 2008 PowerForce 12 amper. I'm guessing had to be well over $100. So here's a machine that has a different design, especially with the brush roll. I think the key really is the brush roll. It's got a lot less power, and the price is probably half or maybe less than half of what that machine went for. But you know what? Its pickup overall is very even. It's very good. And when you factor in maybe a $50 price tag, you got a machine that gets two big thumbs up here from the lab. Really, really incredible. And let's not forget, Joe Wheeler actually uses one and really likes it as well. So he would definitely say, hey, this has some pretty good pickup. Okay, let's talk about the little guy, the cheapest vacuum that I'm aware of. Now let's take a look at the 7 amp PowerForce Compact. So like I mentioned, got this machine back in 2018 when it was 5 years old. So this machine had its birthday sometime in 2013. And I tell you, I'm amazed at how well this thing works. But it's got the lowest CFM of this triplet of Bissells that I'm talking about, only 39. Now the bristles here are soft. I bet you when this brush roll was new, they were a little stiffer than that, and they're definitely short. They are still a helix design, and I mean, what can I say? It's a very small opening. Even though it has low CFM, the CFM density is right around 2.5, and it still has really incredible pickup for baking soda and sand. But there's a catch with this guy. So how Bissell does it, they go and they reduce the cost of their machine, maybe $25 or $30 new. But this whole system ends up being very harsh. This brush roll spins very, very quickly. And if I go and say, just put my hand over it while it's running, it just about wants to rip the skin right off just in a few seconds. It's absolutely, utterly amazing how much this little thing can dig out of the carpet. And I mean, really, just dig, dig, dig. So just be aware when you get some really inexpensive machines, depending on how they operate, you can lower the cost of a machine and still increase the performance, not just keep the same performance, but increase the performance by increasing the harshness of the brush roll. That's what a lot of inexpensive machines have. And when you have people who do tests where they pick up all kinds of dirt and they go, wow, this thing does absolutely a tremendous job, but they don't look at the quality of what they pick up. They don't see if there's loose carpet fibers in there. They don't take that into account. They go, well, it picks stuff up. So we're just going to count bulk weight. That's not giving you the whole story. So I caution you, if you have or you want a machine like this, just be aware that it's very, very harsh on carpets. And I personally can't really recommend it for anybody who wants to have their carpets be around for a long period of time. If you're an apartment dweller and all you need is a machine to get the dirt out of the carpet and you don't care how much carpet you get out of the carpet, then this machine might be something for you to look at. Now, the other two machines are much less harsh, but I'm going to say this. Overall, I'm going to say the winner out of all these three machines is the PowerForce 8 amper, otherwise known as model number 1739 from Walmart. What a great mid-level machine, or at least a machine that performs at a mid-level for an unbelievably low price. I mean, $50 and you have reasonable, typical grade pickup with sand, baking soda, and just dirt in general. You can get bags and belts where you bought it from at Walmart. You can get these things cheap used, although that might mean used and abused. So be careful with that. And the machine is set up in such a way that it is moderately easy to push, and it does not have a brush roll that likes to shred the carpet. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.